This is Tyler Griggs, Alpha Insurance. You're listening to Bryan and Steve, WZOB.
This is WZOB Fort Payne, 100.9 FM and 1250 AM.
So we had a conversation last week with the Lunch with Bryan and Steve thread, and got some more liners. So Steve has accepted the challenge of the Auburn versus Alabama liner contest and has brought us a new liner. And so, and then I was able to gather 2 liners this last weekend, and I've started thinking, I even texted somebody this, I think the liners may be outpacing the show right now.
We are name droppers.
If we could just play liners the whole time and just have a contest.
I've heard that suggested.
Just liners. I think we got a pretty doggone good show because we're getting some pretty high quality ones. You'll hear them later on in the show today. Yeah. We got 3 brand new liners, and they're pretty high profile. Yeah. So Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 56. We're so thankful that you guys are here with us, joined in the studio. Steve Chambers, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Holly Allen on the producer. How are you?
Better than I deserve.
Better than you are, Dave Ramsey. Okay.
She seems really happy today.
Chipper. So we've got the snake, we got the stats man, we got everybody in. We're gonna have so many guests, y'all ain't gonna know what to do today's episode. 56 WZOB.
As long as they don't turn it off.
They won't be yawning, that's for sure.
Yeah, they got to show up on time. The TriCaster needs to work, with both of which have had problems the last 2 weeks. But anyway, 1250 AM, 100.9 FM, WZOB. We're so thankful. The FPTV app, although I don't think that's working right now. That's a whole other issue. WZOBradio.com. You click the Listen Live button. Facebook, we're live streaming. YouTube, we're archiving. DeKalb County's #1 talk show, Zelda O'Buttram Radio. We're glad that you're here with us. We're down in the dungeon of FPTV for episode 56. For me to tell you all the people that are going to be on the show today, it would just take too long. But we're going to have some information about the Lions Club chicken dinner. Winner. And then we got Mark Malone in studio. He's going to be on in 2 segments. We've got the Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week. We've got golf sectionals coming up. We've got baseball playoffs. We got a top 4 finalists for the Alabama Teacher of the Year that is at Fort Bryan. She's not going to be on the show, but we're going to talk about that. And we've got a full slot of segment sponsors. So we need a Fort Payne Improvement Authority, Down Power Lines, segment sponsor Mike Shirey, former SEC official, with our first segment sponsor.
Hello, this is Mike Shirey with the Fort Payne Improvement Authority. Spring is an exciting time for warmer weather and new growth, but it can also be a dangerous time. We all remember the storms that often come in springtime, storms that can uproot lives and leave scars behind. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage everyone to stay safe and to have a safety plan when the storms come. Always stay away from any downed power lines and anything contacting those lines. Never try to move a power line and do not drive over a downed power line. If your vehicle is in contact with a power line, stay in the vehicle until help arrives. If your power goes out, our team will work to restore your power as soon as safely possible. Stay alert and stay safe from your friends at the Fort Payne Improvement Authority.
Okay.
Surely you can remember that by now.
Down power lines.
How could you ever get mad at Mike Shirey on the sideline? Like, if you're an SEC football coach, how can you get mad at that? I mean, it's just such a calming voice.
Well, if he'd been saying that, I don't think they'd have got mad at him.
Hang on a second. Lunch! All right, so, yeah, just calm down, Coach Saban. It's going to be okay.
I think he had more trouble with Les Miles than Coach Saban.
Probably so. Do you ever feed him some grass? Here you go, Coach. Just chew on this a while. And
he told him he was going to email him, and sure enough, he did. And Mike was wondering, how do you get my email address? About a call that was in dispute. And Mike said, I saw the film and I was right. And Les Miles, of course, thought he was right. So.
We had the skills this week for our this department and other CTE Career Tech has a competition in Birmingham that I was at Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday. Got back, and it's right downtown Sheridan Hotel, right by the BJCC, and of course the SEC offices are right there. And I curious as to how many rocks get thrown at them windows and people get mad in the middle of a football game and go down there and start banging on the windows and yelling at Greg Sankey or whoever else is in there. I bet they have some problems.
They probably do.
With the sign right up front. I'd almost want to go incognito with that. Just like, I don't want you to know where the building is. But
Wear
it's got
a mask.
Yeah. It's got, and we were parking, the parking spots that we had were right beside where all those SEC office parking spaces were. So I thought about looking for Greg Sankey's car and see if he had any key marks on the side of it or anything like that. So
That's why we can't keep good officials right there.
that's exactly.
I mean, because people can't control themselves.
No, you're right.
You
You're
know,
right.
just
They always complain about calls. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Those
want to
people.
complain, you can just have your own podcast, right? And complain
That's true.
to the world.
If you don't like anything that you're hearing on this show, then by golly, get you a podcast, set you up a YouTube channel, which is a lot more harder than you think it is.
Obviously, anybody can do this.
a lot more harder. It's
a lot more harder.
A lot more
So
harder.
anyway, we got a lot going. Hey, I'm gonna tell
We
you
got
what.
an English teacher on today.
They don't need to come anywhere near this show. So we have got on the show, we mentioned earlier, we got Todd Greason and Cynthia Hancock with Lions Club. Going to talk about all that chicken that they cook out on Valley Head Road.
So good.
I didn't even realize where that space was until one day I was like, why is that big that big L over there
Yeah.
on the left-hand side when you're going to Valley Head? And I was like, oh, that's where they cook all them chickens.
Yeah.
So out there by is it Nucor or Valley Nucor?
Yeah.
Right across the street from Nucor.
They used to do it behind the armory.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
They get have you ever seen them flip them chickens?
Yeah.
That's
Only-
pretty
Only
cool.
on video.
You've seen the video?
Yeah, I feel like it's a guy thing. You know, let
You
the-
don't. That doesn't fascinate you?
No, I mean, I just feel like that's the guys' time. Let the
Yeah, but it's still
guys
cool how
do-
they flip all them
yeah,
chickens.
They video it and post it. And
She's trying to find it in the Bible about how you flip chickens.
Is that a Presbyterian thing? Do they flip chickens a Presbyterian
no,
way?
that's Pentecostalism.
How's that?
Yeah, and I came from that too. Okay.
I knew it.
Snakes and
I knew it.
chickens.
Snakes, chickens,
Snakes and chickens.
Hooves, split hooves, and all that. Whatever. Okay, so we have got a lot going on. The school, this city, it is a poppin'. Boom days. We got baseball playoffs. So baseball plays tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, 4:30. Starts a doubleheader with Mortimer Jordan. And so, don't know anything. Lane, we got any? Well, we can get Lane on and talk about it a little bit later. But
If they score a run, will their student section
start
throw
throwing
the
baby powder up in the air.
baby powder in there?
Oh, that'd be fun. Is that Mortimer Jordan that does
That's
that?
where we were over
I
there.
would
and
get some baby powder and release it from
I'm
the
still
press box.
sneezing from that.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown finally in the fourth quarter.
Luckily, our defense showed up that game. Or
What,
we'd have
they-
never made
And they
it.
started throwing toilet paper too
Yeah.
over top of the fence behind us. So that was interesting to have all the toilet paper raining down on you.
Well, they look like they're competitive in baseball, 26-7.
Okay.
Is what Max Preps has got them at.
There you go.
So,
That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good record. So
That's why they're in the playoffs.
of course,
right.
I mean, it could be deceiving. Some records are.
yeah, I guess the city was
apparently
undefeated before we
very
played.
deceiving.
That's right.
So maybe we'll have the same result. Let's just call it that way. So baseball playoffs, we have got senior play opening night tonight. Got to see the dress rehearsal last night over at the Career Academy, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory got some Willy Wonka stuff and some Oompa Loompas and all that. It's entertaining.
I think that after the interview last week that Crawford did a good job casting. I thought he was perfect for Charlie.
Yes, yeah, he does a
that guy
great
was
job.
Perfect for Charlie.
He does a great job. And so Aaron Swan, who's in my class, is playing one of the grandpas, and Sydney is. What's the girl who chews the bubble gum?
Violet.
I forgot whatever her name is. So Sydney is her mother. My daughter plays her mom, and so that was it's really good.
I'm not sure I do.
Hey, now is it a musical? Are they singing?
No, it's not a musical. I
What
know
about the
Darn.
Oompa
they
Loompa?
play that on a track. Yeah, so it's in there, but it's just nobody
Nobody's
sings.
singing it?
Huh? No.
What a shame.
No, they do. Yeah, it's fun. It's good. It's good time. So if you haven't got your tickets, there are plenty available. You can get them at the door. I think it's $8 per ticket. Career Academy tonight's showing is 7:00. I think tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. Then there's also a matinee on Saturday and a matinee on Sunday. So 5 performances. I think Sydney's tired. I think she's excited about it, but I think she's tired as well.
Already?
So, yeah, just not tired of it. Just,
No, just tired.
Just
yeah.
tired. Yeah, her senior year is it's one of them. I've heard horror stories, and it's pretty accurate. But
Of
I've
senior
also,
years?
yeah,
Just
and
being
most of
so
it's
busy?
parents, but it's a lot of parents who do a lot of the stuff for their kids, which we do not do.
Oh,
So
there
our
you go.
daughter's real tired because she's doing all the stuff that a lot of times the parents do.
Yeah, y'all have always kind of been like that. I can remember Jones making his own lunch at the age of 4. You know, it's like, Mama, everybody else makes their lunch for them. Claire's like, go make your lunch. The knife
do it.
drawer's right over there.
Yeah, we had that happen. One time we had, so we forget that at times. And funny story. Do we have time for this? I think we do. Yeah. So we had a kid over that was visiting, and Claire used to sell what's called Cutco knives. I don't know if you're familiar. Have you ever heard of Cutco knives? They're like these very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
They're made and handcrafted in New York, and they use college students to sell them. It's kind of a college. It's similar to the way
fundraiser?
encyclopedias. Yeah, she made like $30,000 one summer selling knives.
Wow.
And she was really good at it. And so she met a girl locally who was selling knives for the summer. She said, "Oh, I used to do that. Come over and do the demonstration. You can
Aubrey.
practice at our house."
Yeah.
And so the kids are there, and so she's there practicing. And we have a kid over who's not
A Northcutt.
not a Northcutt. And, so we get in the mentality of our kids have cooked dinner. They prepare dinner a lot. And so they're used to
Play
dealing
with
with things.
knives.
So she says, well, here's a tomato, and cut a knife. And so our kids are, doing the knife, and then this kid who's not used to doing that, and you'll know the kid. I'll tell you after off air who it is, but and gets the tip of their finger
cut off.
Not completely.
Yeah, about.
But
There's still,
starts-
it could still save it.
But
maybe.
as Jerry Clower used to say, he commenced to slinging blood all over the kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, just slinging it everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I always prayed after when I left Thomas with you guys. Lord. And I'd say, Bryan, please don't let my child die. Because they would like have a campfire underneath a tree.
Yeah.
The Allens don't do that.
Yeah.
The Allens don't light fires near trees, and anyway.
Yeah.
But y'all have more fun than we do.
Well, it's a risk. It's a risk. I mean, we've got Lewis is on a motorcycle now, a dirt bike.
Oh my word! Is he wearing a helmet at least?
Yes, he does.
Okay,
He does wear a helmet, but he's been riding with a couple of kids in the neighborhood, both of which have had wrecks already, and not severe like hospital stays wrecks, but emergency room wrecks, and have to go urgent care and stitches and things like that. And so.
You guys are really like parents of the Generation X. You're really a lot like what parents we had.
Well, and she talked to me about the motorcycle. I said, first off, Lewis has got to pay for it. So he's got to use his savings to pay for it. And he did. And he's going to pay that fund back. But he also, I told her, we are purchasing an emergency room visit. Like it comes with the package. You buy the motorcycle, you get the helmet, and you're going to the emergency room. That's part of the deal. So it's only a matter of time. Now, hopefully he doesn't do it during baseball season when he's playing, or football season, or basketball season. Yeah. But a wreck is coming. So, and he's had a couple. He's got some good little gashes in his knee. He hit the tailpipe with his thigh, so he's got a nice little welt on there. So it's fantastic.
Only second degree though. So
didn't peel skin off. Anyway. So
that's
what
how all parents should be, Bryan.
So we've got it can be stressful. No, it's not.
I just think you have more faith than we do.
It is.
Just him talking about it's making me stressed.
I know, right? I love the sovereignty of God, but the North Cuts really
we practice it.
Yes, you do. You practice it. It's so true. I walk away going, do I really?
Is that really
love
in
the
His will,
sovereignty?
Yeah, I know it. It is. Yeah, it's good and bad, but we do feel like, and we've talked to our kids, like we want you to feel like you're prepared when you leave the house. You know what to do, and you can handle things. And we do. If you've ever been to our house, and it does make people nervous. There's people that won't send their kids to our house because of that.
They're afraid,
which I understand. I completely get it, and I don't fault them for that. But it does happen, and so you just go, okay, well. So it's just part of it.
Oh, goodness.
Bryan?
Yeah.
I was challenged to a race yesterday.
Oh, wait.
What? Oh.
We got to save it.
We got.
Okay, we'll
All right,
save it.
hold that. We'll
I'll
do that
hold
right.
it.
All right. So we got a break. We got Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week, and Steve was challenged to a race. We're going to talk about both of those when we come back. More Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
What's up? This is Alex McPherson, and you're having lunch with Bryan and Steve.
No matter the season, there's always a great sale at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors with all the brand names you love. Patagonia, Uggs, North Face, Bourne, Columbia, and much, much more. The best quality shoes in town can only be found at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors. And don't forget about Little River hats and tees. Drop by Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, Saturdays from 9 to 3, or Sunday from 12 to 5. Located in downtown Fort Payne. Shop local at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. It's Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week. Thrive Outdoor, they are not a landscape business serving people. They're a people business serving landscape. We are so thankful. We're going to have Lee's other child, not JP, but the other one, he got his pilot's license. I didn't know that. Florbell was telling me that earlier. Can you believe that?
Those guys are like overachievers.
They go get after
What
it.
in the world are the Buffingtons doing?
They could probably come over to the Northcote House and play.
Yeah, they would, yeah.
But not, you let your kid,
Take 'em up in
your
the plane.
junior in high school get a pilot's license.
That's amazing.
That is a Northcutt all day long.
That is, yeah. You and Lee aren't best friends or anything?
We could hang out, I'm sure. So before we get, we got Chris Dura, but I want to hear this race story. How long, is it a quick story?
It's a quick story.
All right, so I want to hear Steve's quick race story. So, Chris, we'll get to you in a second. Hang on.
Here I was serving the Lord at
I love how that story starts.
SOS Pantry yesterday, and this lady I've worked with for a while said, "Somebody told me you can run." I said, "Yeah, because you can win a lot."
It's obvious. I mean, just look at it.
Events. She said, "I could beat you," and she's a little older than I am, but she's tall, long-legged. I said, "No, I'd destroy you." And she said, "I don't believe it. We'll race one day." And I said,
so you didn't race. You just got challenged to race.
I said, "There's no time like the present."
Yeah.
So we went outside,
How old is this woman?
A little older than him.
a little older than me.
Oh, my. Okay.
Did somebody film it?
She's not on a walker. No, but there were many witnesses.
Steve?
Many witnesses.
Golly, you got to film that.
The long part of the sidewalk, where you walk down the sidewalk
Yeah.
to go, where you could go into the chapel or you
Yeah.
go on down. So, what's that, 20 yards maybe
Yeah.
at the most. So we got down to the double doors. I said, we'll get out to the SOS sign, and then we'll probably trip and fall into the traffic and kill. So we had 2 or 3 people. They do this, and we take off.
Okay.
And so
And?
I beat her handily.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And her, you're bragging about beating a lady older than you. So
No, she's the one who said it. You make the challenge.
well, she's originally from Nebraska, and she's
Okay.
got some kind of attitude about it. No, she's really sweet.
But she serves the Lord on SOS,
Yeah,
so
she's
we're real thankful for
She's
her.
really sweet. She's a good person. Anyway, her excuse was that she was wearing flip-flops. I said, well, that's probably a good excuse, but why?
Then don't challenge
Why
me
did
to
you
a
do
race.
that? I even offered to swap shoes with her.
There you go.
But she wouldn't do it.
My goodness.
Well,
Anyway.
representing the show. Good
Yeah,
job.
representing the show. Yeah,
Talk about
that
taking
was-
your life
that's
in your
great.
own
Please, next time you do that, you get somebody to video
Right?
that. My goodness,
That would have been
Steve.
awesome.
Yeah, well, she might be ready for a
Hey,
rebound.
I'm going to tell you this.
If
Straight
she comes
up.
in running shoes next Wednesday.
Straight
oh,
up. Straight up. You watch him run, he is much, much faster than you think he is. Am I wrong, Mark? Have you ever seen him run? Especially even now, like I saw him out at the track and I'm like, hey man, you are picking them up and putting them down. Lane, you've seen it, right? Yeah, he can motor. For his size, it's
You got
good.
some wheels, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to be your slot receiver this year, Lane.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Chris. We're going to have Bryan and Steve and Holly. And Mark, if you want to join in too. We're not putting Lane in. He'll smoke us all.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be over a certain age.
But we'll have a show race. We'll have a broadcasters race and see who can win. We'll do it one day on the track or something.
ought
How
to
about
do
that?
it-
Do what?
We ought to do a 5K. We ought to all participate in some 5K. Of course, I think Steve would probably smoke us because he's used to doing that.
Well, I'm down to twice a month on the 5Ks. Because the next day is like, oh, my God.
All right, we got to get to Chris Durr. Chris, you've been enjoying the show so far.
So far, that's funny.
I was serious.
When's the last time you were in a race, Chris? Straight up.
Never.
Never.
I don't run. I don't run unless something's chasing me.
You got a New York City marathoner here.
Are you running the New York City Marathon, Mark? I did. Okay, then you're out. You can't run the race with us.
Well, I'm a short distance guy. I'm good for getting away from Hornets and Yellow Jackets.
There you go. That's true.
Speaking of,
Yeah. All right. So do we have, we got Hornet. We do. When it warms up, man, them wasps are out and about. What's going on, Chris? Tell us at the garden tip.
Not a whole lot. Yeah, be careful trimming your shrubbery. That's where the hornets and the wasps like to build their nests. So if you hadn't touched the shrubbery in a while, take you some spray with you. But the tip of the day is when you're spraying your weeds or your spray. If you ever notice, sometimes if you're trying to kill crabgrass, you spray that liquid on there. It beads up like a car wax and rolls right off.
Yeah.
Well, just make sure you add a little sticker to your spray or a touch of dishwashing solution. Now, the only thing you got to be careful about that is the suds.
Yeah.
When you're mixing it up, but you can add a little dishwasher detergent or get you some sticker from like Walmart or Lowe's. Add that to your liquid and it'll stick to that crabgrass.
It's a chemical you mix with it that helps it.
Yeah, you mix it with your whatever you're going to use to spray. I will say this: if you're trying to save money and you're using one sprayer to spray for weeds and another sprayer to spray, that same sprayer you're using on your plants to kill insects or diseases, make sure between chemicals you bleach out that sprayer, run it through the wand, let it spray that out before you switch chemicals back and forth, because you don't want to be spraying bugs on your roses and you're actually spraying Roundup residue.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, I've always heard don't mix your sprayers.
That's right. I just have 2 different sprayers and label them.
That's probably smart.
Yeah, that's the best way. That's the most intelligent Steve way.
Yeah. There you go. So how do you get rid of there's all kinds of yellow jacket. Have you ever gone on YouTube and looked at all these little redneck bootleg ways of getting rid of yellow jackets? Yeah. What's your way, Chris? If you find a nest, you're out. Well, I'll tell you what. Have you ever run up on a nest?
Oh, I've got a fun way to do it. I follow them to the nest, and then I pour gasoline in it.
Yeah, you can't do that, Steve. That's against the law.
That's dangerous.
You're going
to set yourself on fire.
No, you get a long stick.
This is the Thrive Garden. You can't be saying that with Thrive's logo on the screen.
You light the end of it with leaves or a cloth and put it in there. And then it'll go,
and then poof,
poof, poof, poof, because you see where all the other entries are to it. It's
like
quality
Caddyshack.
All right, it's like Caddyshack.
Like Caddyshack.
I'm not gonna burn you or anything. Okay, go ahead.
So,
no, if we just encounter that in the field while you're working, you just have a can of spray with you on the mower is all you can do. But if you see them at your house, you can go in there at night and spray, get down there to the hole and spray it in the hole, because yellow jackets build in the ground.
Yeah.
What about dishwashing detergent? I heard that just water and dishwashing detergent and drown.
Does that work?
I've seen that on YouTube.
It probably can. If you want to try it.
That's right. I saw one on YouTube.
That's not near as fun.
I have done that before, even though you shouldn't, America, Fort Payne. You shouldn't do that. Shouldn't pour gas in your yard.
Or touch a down power line.
Or touch a down power line.
It's not in the yard, it's in the hole.
But the other way, this is a really good one.
Steve needs to try the most fun way is just getting a 2-liter bottle and sticking it over the hole and watching them get up in there, then try to close the lid when they get all up in there.
I did see one. This is straight up. It worked. It was you take a shop vac and make it wet, and you put water in there with dishwashing detergent inside the case, and then you tie the hose to a broomstick and shove the broomstick hose shove the hose right up to the hole, cut it on. The noise of the shop vac draws them in and out, and they're constantly in and out, and every time they run by the hole, it sucks 3 or 4 or 5 of them in, and then by the time you're done, you got a whole shop vac full of dead yellow jackets.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
That's pretty cool. It worked too.
What do you do?
Hopefully.
What do you do about hornets?
He's ill.
Holly, have you ever run up on a yellow jacket nest?
Yes, as a matter of fact, when I was trimming my hedges, and my husband said, "Don't get near that. There's a yellow jacket something in there." I said, "Oh, I'm not bothering."
That's one of the worst.
About that time, I got stung.
That's one of the worst experiences in the world.
It lasted a couple of weeks.
It's awful.
Yeah, it was.
I ran up at my aunt's house in Auburn when I lived down there, and I went and cut their grass, and I ran across it on their riding lawnmower. Which a riding lawnmower, that's a and you're a sitting duck. And you're and there's nowhere you can go.
That is correct.
My dad actually became allergic because he did exactly that. Ran up on a yellow jacket nest and got stung a bunch. Got to have an EpiPen now. So it is dangerous.
All right, Chris, what else you got?
That's all I got for as far as gardening tips. We do start baseball tomorrow. I did hear you talking about that a little bit. Mortimer Jordan coming to town. I told Holly, though, after these after this last few weeks of baseball, though, our top of the lineup is not producing like they need to.
Yeah.
We got those first 4 or 5 batters. They got to start, as Mike McElhaney used to say, timely hitting up there.
Yeah. Well, playoffs, it's a whole different animal, and it's really one game at a time.
And put them in scoring position.
That's right.
Right. That'd be what base?
Second base.
Second base is scoring, because I heard y'all on the radio talking about
Steve made me feel
Steve.
really smart.
Yeah, Holly gets distracted a lot during a broadcast, and she'll just start, and then catch back up. And
Her mind is so far above ours.
That's true.
We can't keep up.
That is true.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I think,
so
I think the
4:30
pitching.
Mortimer.
I think the pitching will be fine. I think we're deep enough in pitching. The fielding, definitely the fielding. I don't know if you happen to see the last game. Riker Engel finally got his layout catch,
Did he?
ESPN highlight catch.
Well, I'm telling
It
you what,
was
he'll
pretty.
lay out.
It was pretty.
It was it. I guess there's no recording of it, so
I know. That's
maybe
your
somebody
fault.
got it. I know it. We'll work on it later.
Yeah, I noticed it was roomy in the press box. It's, FPTV's not here.
Well, good. So let's see how deep we can go. Starting one
That's it.
series at a time, and 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. You guys will be on the call. I think I'm going to try to get there. I think I can get there to help, unless you've got somebody else.
If there's a split, what time will it be Saturday?
I think 11.
Do you know?
Is it 11?
Well, their coach talked about he wanted to move the games up because it's supposed to rain Saturday.
Oh, really?
And Coach V didn't really want to do that. So I think if we do play Saturday, if there's a split, it's probably, I know it's supposed to be like pop-up showers all day. It's probably going to be more towards that night, so maybe like 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
They're going to move it to the evening because of the rain.
Date night at the baseball
nice.
field.
Is this supposed to rain tomorrow at all?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow
Yes.
night, like around like midnight.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then hopefully we can get both of those in.
We'll
Maybe
just sweep
let's
them.
just sweep them, and
Let's
we'll
just
be
do
done
it.
with it.
Right.
That'll
We'll
work.
let Snake do the rain gauge. He's on top of that weather forecast.
All right, Chris. Well, we got to head on. You got anything else before we go?
That's it. Y'all just come out and support your Wildcats tomorrow.
That's right. All right. Well, I appreciate it, brother. We will talk to you next week. I guess I'll see you tomorrow, but from a show standpoint, we'll talk to you next week. Thank you guys at Thrive
Sounds
Outdoor.
good.
All right. That was Chris Dura with the
See you,
Thrive Outdoor
Chris.
Garden Tip of the Week. And we'll be right back.
I beg your pardon?
Speaking of Chris Dura, we got the statistician in the studio, and he's going to come on next. Mark Malone will be next with us on Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
When you need to give something special, visit Tracy's in North Fort Payne. Beautiful floral arrangements, fresh or silk, stylish jewelry, scented candles and pampering products, cuddly stuffed animals, balloons, and candy. Tracy can help you put together the perfect gift and gourmet basket. Potted plants or hanging baskets with fresh spring flowers. At Tracy's, you're sure to find that unique gift that shows just how much you care. Tracy's is located at 2103 Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to noon. For every occasion, visit Tracy's full-service florist, personalized printing, and gifts.
War Eagle and happy lunchtime. I haven't met Alex Golish, but Brian Northcutt could pick my rear end out of a police lineup. Hi, this is Brian Brinsfield, long snapper of the 1993 undefeated and national championship team at Auburn. You're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. War Eagle, guys. That's gold, Jerry. Gold.
DeKalb Fix-It Appliance Warehouse is a mouthful, so Terry and Bobby have decided to drop the Fix-It and focus on giving you the best prices on new appliances. Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, Amana, LG, Samsung, GE, and more. Up to 75% off retail priced on new scratched and dent appliances. And as your Electrolux and Frigidaire dealer, DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is passing on more savings to you with even more new in-box selections. Need a refrigerator? Come in today and shop our overstocked warehouse. You will not get a better deal anywhere. We guarantee to match or beat any price. In-house service available to all as well. DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is open weekdays 9 to 5, Wednesdays and Saturdays 9 to noon. located on Airport Road in Fort Payne.
We are back. Whoa, excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know where that came from. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. You are here, episode 56. We've got all kind of guests. We've had a good show so far. I think we picked up the pace from last week. What do you think?
The bar wasn't that high.
That's true. All right, segment sponsor of this segment with Lunch with Bryan and Steve is Emblem Credit Union, and you've got to get connected with Emblem Credit Union. Emblems are everywhere. It's a symbol that represents your passion. It's what drives you. You'll see emblems everywhere. They're on the sleeve of your shirt. A credo, a philosophy, whatever forms they take, they stand for something. And now you can take a stand with Emblem Credit Union. Become a member today. Emblem Credit Union serves several counties: Etowah, Calhoun, Cherokee, DeKalb, Marshall, Blount, Cleburne. It'd probably be easier to list the counties it doesn't serve than the ones it does serve.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. If you need to join Emblem Credit Union today, go to emblemcu.com. Emblem Credit Union, they stand with you. Federally insured by the NCUA. Thank you guys for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve, Emblem Credit Union. So now we have got in studio the stat guy, the stat man, the boss. Well, you used to be the boss man. You're not the boss. Are you the boss of anything anymore?
Whoa. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. You're on the left side? There you are.
I'm on now.
Now you're on.
Yeah, I am not the boss of anything.
So you went from running Sand Mountain Electric Co-op to doing what Karen tells you what
That's
to do.
right. Karen's the boss. She tells me what to do.
All right, you got that on record. So
it's on the record. Everybody knows it anyway.
That's really common knowledge. I can
It's
relate.
not breaking news.
So when did we assign Mark this job? A couple months ago to say, when football season's over, I mean, this is a stat guy that needs to be doing stats. And so we said, well, what about some other stats that are kind of little-known statistics?
Keep him sharp till the next
just
football season.
Keep his game on.
Very little known. Yeah. Very. They couldn't be any less known than usual.
So how is retirement? What are you, 6 months in?
Actually, 9 months.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Golly, we've been on the air a while, Steve.
Been a while.
He could have had a baby.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What did he say?
A baby?
I said he could have had a baby.
He could have had a baby by now.
I don't know
It's
if I could
really
have had a
scary.
baby.
It's really scary when my thought process is along the lines of Steve's.
Yeah, you need to.
That's
I
true.
think you need to do
I need
something
to
about that,
repent.
Holly. You can't let this go on.
You know what they say about company you keep.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Well, I didn't get the blue shirt memo day, so I'm sorry about that, guys. So
You mash up Stevens.
I'm black.
Is that black?
I'm Johnny Cash.
This would be like
You blend. Look at you in the. You blend right in. It just sees your head right there on the, with that background.
It's kind of like a green screen thing.
That's right. His head's
The
floating.
head.
In my case, less is better. So how's your multi-million-dollar renovation going at your house? Have you seen this
man.
pool?
I've not.
You ought to see
Oh
the
my
people
gosh.
there. I bet you there's a dozen people working right now finishing it up. But it's going to be, we're putting the fence in, so
You were on the 5-year plan.
we are.
How long was it supposed to take?
I don't even know. I've lost so much track. This has been going on a year and a half. Just different.
Isn't it a blast?
phases. Oh, isn't
it a blast?
It's fun, but I wish it happened.
They always come under budget too.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's not expensive at all.
What do you have done? A pool?
We need to get y'all. That's what we need. Preseason. We need to have the preseason football
Party.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay.
We will do that.
I think
Yeah.
we
could
just
have a
moved
cannonball.
lunch with Bryan and Steve.
Oh,
over at
yeah, we
Martin.
could do it out
can.
there.
Yeah, we need to do
He's
that.
got a kitchen out there by the pool.
We do.
That would be
We
fantastic.
can grill. I'm not very good cook, but I got to learn how to use that grill now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now-
Steve can do.
now that you
use
got
a
it.
grill.
I can use a grill.
All right.
There we go.
Steve better cook.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
So you got anything for us today? What you got?
I've got a couple of things. I put your.
We're going to be disappointed if you don't have any.
Yeah, we need to.
Otherwise, why'd you call this?
What?
Wait, I was supposed to do something?
You're supposed to put a picture up there. Yeah.
You want it up now? Are you
Yeah,
ready?
might as well go ahead and put it up
okay.
now. I
So
gave
here's the picture that Mark
I
sent
gave
me.
Brian all kinds of
So I would-
knowledge
if you
at
could-
the time, yeah. So
So I'm Lucy.
what this is, I wanted to talk about Bryan and his time at Auburn.
Yeah, please do explain this.
As a holder.
Is he in a dress?
Yes, I am in a dress.
He is. And I got this since I was involved with the Auburn Alumni Association. I got access to the archives.
Did you really?
I did, and I got that's
me.
a real
That's a picture. Okay, so for those that
Bryan
can't
in action.
Yeah.
And
for those that can't see, my head is on Lucy
Yeah.
from Charlie Brown, and she's pulled the ball out from under Charlie Brown, and he's flipping in the air.
And that is Matt Hawkins.
Matt Hawkins,
who with Bryan had what did we decide, the fourth best field goal percentage in Auburn history.
Auburn history.
So
who did that?
Matt Hawkins.
Matt
I was the
Hawkins.
holder the year he
had
had
an
that
80-something%.
That's the
percentage.
fourth best. That'd be number one at Alabama.
I'll tell you, it was good. and that would be, Bryan had to put that down, so I had to put the ball down. So I do have something that goes.
You got
with
something
that.
that goes with that. Okay.
Yeah, it's another question thing. Is how many points did Auburn score in 1995 on plays where Bryan was handling the ball?
So this is extra points and field goals?
It is.
You actually have this stat. Is this straight up, or is this one of your jokes?
This is straight up.
Really?
I actually dug. Now, it may not be.
I think a kicker's probably isn't a kicker around 150 points in a season?
Let me think. 95 Auburn.
This was not as many because he didn't kick that many field goals.
Okay.
So they had, 12 games?
12 games.
95, yeah, probably.
There's a lot of extra points in here.
I bet. Yeah, that Ole Miss game, Patrick Nix threw for like 500-something yards in that Ole Miss game.
Yeah, we had a heck of an offense. And they were the field goals were limited.
Wait a minute.
He's calculating. Okay,
Steve's going to run the number.
Let's go.
Steve's calculating.
Let's see, carry your four.
This is serious.
240.
240 in one season.
Points by a kicker? Not total points.
Oh, okay.
Points by the kicker.
Okay.
Points by the kicker, yes.
So
this is where Bryan was holding. He was actually
Extra
handling
points
the
and
ball.
field
How many points did I contribute?
That's exactly right.
Well, I didn't actually contribute, but I held the ball.
did.
Well,
Somebody's
he
gotta
did. He
hold the
held the
ball.
ball.
Yeah.
That's very.
People always ask me, what is it
very
like being a holder? It is one of those
Nerve-wracking.
spots that if nobody knows who the holder is, ever.
Unless you screw up.
Unless you're a huge fan of the team and you know everybody, which is possible. I've met some of those.
I knew Bryan was the holder. I remember him being the holder.
Or you mess up. When you mess up, everybody knows who you
It's
are.
like you're the sound guy.
Yes, exactly.
Steve, you got a.
That's exactly
49.
right. Very good.
It was 84.
84.
Wow.
Okay, well,
84.
cool. That's interesting.
84, and Bryan handled the ball that season 63 times. So
Is that
that's,
right?
That's a lot of.
Without
I
a
did.
bobble?
There was a couple of, one for particular. I can't remember. It was an extra point on that new north end zone, and I think it was a pretty big game too. It may have been an Alabama game, and the ball, I had it, and it kind of just gently slid out of my finger right as he's going to kick, and he got it up over the upright, and we both looked at each other like, "Whoo, that was close."
Who was the snapper?
It was that year. Now, Brinsfield, that's when we had the liner from
Right.
Brinsfield, was the year before, but he had graduated. So it was Clay Langford and Brent Turner from Wetumpka. Brent was the snapper until the Florida game, and he tore his ACL. And then, so Clay Langford was from Valley. He was classmates with Terry Daniel, the punter. And so he was the snapper the rest of the
Y'all
year.
just all stick together. Don't
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah. And we play golf together. We go goof off in the stadium.
And that's during practice,
There's a bunch of oh yes, you can't kick a whole bunch of footballs in practice.
What was the highlight? I mean, what was the most nerve-wracking situation that maybe that if it's
the
Alabama
Iron
game,
Bowl. I mean, I used to pray before the game. I'd get you have to go to the back of the locker room. Everybody kneel down and pray. And my prayer every week. This is straight up, and I'm in it too. Is God, you're sovereign. You know exactly who's going to win this game.
You knew that in college?
And he knew what? No, I did. I would say, God, you're sovereign. You know who's going to win or lose this game.
Yeah.
And if we're going to lose this game, would you please not let it be my fault? I'd pray that every.
That sounds a little. There's just.
Let somebody else get an interception.
There's no I in holder.
So probably down at LSU that year, it was that was Jerry DiNardo's first year when they had been bad. They had been with what's the guy's name? Not Archer, but the one after Archer. I can forget his name. Anyway, they had not had a winning season, and DiNardo was bringing them back. And it was
Mike somebody.
Maybe. I can see him, but I can't think of his name. It was Curly Hallman. Curly Hallman,
yeah.
And
from Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. And so it was down at LSU, Death Valley, night game, Saturday night. And them people are nuts. And that was and it was coming down to that, and I was like, oh boy, this is going to be.
Yeah, I got to do this right.
I got to do this right. But there was one game at Arkansas that year that we did have a last second, and that was probably I did get a little bit of blame for this. But we went to Little Rock, and this was the year. It's actually a game on that movie about the Arkansas lineman, Burlsworth. This game is on that movie. But we went to Little Rock. We're down 27-3 at halftime, 28-3 at halftime, and we come roaring back in the second half and get down. And Patrick Nix throws a Hail Mary to Willie Gaucher at the 35-yard line with no time left. We have to sprint out on the field to do a fire field goal, and he snaps it above my head on the snap.
Oh, no.
And I had to jump up from my stance and grab it and put it down. Of course, we didn't have time to kick it, and we lost. That was the most, tense moment that I've ever been in.
How could they blame?
Well,
that wasn't your fault.
The holder didn't get it down. That's what they said on the broadcast. The holder didn't get it down. I'm like, well, he did kind of snap it over my head. I did get it down, but so
as good as you could.
That was about as good as I could do. But anyway, that was fun. Bringing back memories there. It was the same night. I'll tell you what night it was, because we got on the plane. It was the night the Braves won the World Series in '95.
Oh, wow.
They had just won. We got on the plane. We're about to fly from Little Rock back, and they said, "Hey, Braves won the World Series." So
all is well.
Little bit of good news there to kind of help out a little. Yeah.
That's about all Auburn fans can hope for. Is maybe the Braves are okay.
Yeah, that's.
At least the Braves are in first place.
But that means a lot with us. Yeah.
They'll roll Toomer's corner when the Braves win.
That's like
straight
you
up.
said. Stephen's got he would be a good natural Auburn fan. He's got that pessimistic.
He's got that pessimistic attitude. It fit with us.
Glass half empty. Yeah, that's.
It makes me wonder why Alabama doesn't have a professional team at all.
I don't know. Yeah, it's never. I mean, we got a UFL team.
We've got a couple of them now.
UFL.
You ain't heard of that spring football? Yeah, they got a Bama guy as a coach, A.J. McCarron.
Yeah.
And wait, Mark, we're running out of time. Well, you got anything else?
Well, no, that was good.
On the list here.
Yeah, I did. I did want to mention something. And this is more like an announcement. Working on our high school class reunion right now. Number 50. 50th class reunion. Wow. It's hard to believe. And we're going to be at the homecoming. We're already going to do it on. We had to find out when the homecoming game was going to be. I think it's going to be October 9th.
Okay.
Against Boaz, if that doesn't change.
How's that feel?
But we're going to be that. We're going to have our class there
to say, isn't it?
In the stands. Yeah. So we'll have to give them a shout out when the time comes.
Wow.
But, so we're doing that. So
wow.
That's been a lot of fun.
So you graduated the year I was born.
Yeah. Well, thank you for pointing that out.
You're old too. Listen.
I love that. I love that.
You need anything that makes you feel not old. Right?
Yeah.
And we're carrying you. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We got 30 seconds. Go, Mark.
Got some more stuff. Okay. Let me see. I was going to talk about some more growing up with Steve Chambers stats. I did mention we were talking about the phase lot football games. Yes. We did not mention Tony Walls as being one of the participants in that. Roland's son, Tony. So
wow.
I mean, it's WZOB. We shouldn't have missed
Tony.
that. Yeah.
That's
but Tony was one of those. The number of games we had, we played ice hockey with a croquet set. I don't know if we talked about that, but
field hockey.
Field hockey. Yeah, that's true.
Where'd you get
that's
the
true.
ice?
Yeah, that's right.
But
we used ice hockey rules.
Yeah, we did.
And we did probably like 56 games we did there, and 2 teeth were lost.
Oh. Yeah.
Who was another Walls? Andy Walls.
Andy lost a teeth.
Yeah, he got a slap shot in the mouth.
Ouch.
With a croquet ball. Yeah,
we kept playing though.
Yeah, but we dragged him off the field and.
Yeah, like any good hockey player.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you're playing hockey, you need to
I hate
be
to kick you
missing
off, Mark, but we're out of time.
We
talked too much Auburn football.
Well, that's good. That's always good.
I hear that all the time.
Thank you, Mark. So hang around. We may have another segment or two that
I'll be here.
Just come on and hang out with us.
Hang around for the fun.
We've got Todd Greason and Cynthia Hancock in studio. We're going to talk to them next about the Kiwanis chicken dinner right after this with Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Kiwanis, sorry.
Uh-oh.
What did I say?
Kiwanis.
All right, go to break. We'll fix it in a minute.
Your home is by far your biggest expense and most important purchase. So when you're buying or selling your home, you'll want the experience, professionalism, and integrity for which Southern Properties Agency in Fort Payne is known. Call 256-845-6000 to achieve your best possible results. Southern Properties Agency. Thorough, trustworthy, experienced real estate professionals since 1992.
Hello, I'm Jim Bunch, former University of Alabama offensive tackle. I was a two-time All-American, three-time All-SEC, and four-year starter at the university. You're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB Radio and FPTV in Fort Payne. Roll Tide.
Don't forget the national champion.
Oh, we were two-time national champion, 1978, 1979.
We at Auto Kim in Fort Payne offer auto cleanup and detailing. We also sell auto cleanup supplies. We've been in business in Fort Payne for 35 years. Auto Kim is located at 1430 Rice Boulevard West, right next to the airport. Just call Ken at 256-996-2561. That's 256-996-2561. Auto Kim in Fort Payne.
All right, we are back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 56. We're so thankful. We just had Mark Malone. We may have Mark on a little bit later. Got some more stats from him. We've got baseball games. We've got top four. Lindy Vizina is in the top four. Did you know that?
Yeah.
For Teacher of the Year.
Is it Vizinia?
It's Vizina. I think it's Vizina. Is that right?
How do you
I
pronounce
think it's Vizina. Every time, because I'm pretty sensitive when it comes to names. Vizina. I think
Even
that's-
though there's
I've
an
been
extra I back there, but
Yeah, it's spelled like Vizinia, but and they're kind of used to people calling them that, so I don't think it's that big a deal. If you do, they just Dr. V. That's good enough.
There we go.
And so she's in top four. So that's why I've said Kiwanis Club earlier, because I'm doing the Kiwanis breakfast ad loop.
Okay,
I've got to do that ad loop.
Well, you're
and,
forgiven then.
So it is the Lions Club chicken dinner. But I've got a segment sponsor I need to do first, Holly, or who's back there, Patton? DeKalb MD. DeKalb MD is healthcare that's simplified. DeKalb MD is not, they're not dealing with insurance. They do monthly memberships. And so you get concierge benefits for $85 a month. You get individualized care. You've got your phone number, and you can text or call your provider at any time. They got basic labs. You can get 100 or 1,000 free medications mailed directly to you. So instead of doing what you would normally do, or what most people are used to doing, is going to a primary care doctor, handing them insurance card, giving them a copay, getting a prescription, and then going to the pharmacy and getting that prescription on another copay, it's membership. And so you got $85 a month, and then you've got access to them. You're not paying for copays or doctor visits or things like that. You get care,
That's a sweet deal.
It is a really good deal. And when I wasn't teaching, I looked into DeKalb MD and went down and talked to Dr. Chad, talked to his office staff. They're fantastic. So deal with them, DeKalbMD.com. You need to go see them. They're really good. Thank you guys for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. So we've got Todd Greason and Cynthia Hancock. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're so glad that you guys, do we have audio, Holly?
I did, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Steve's got a little intro for you. Steve, I put Steve in charge of the bios. You ready?
yes.
Okay.
You're director of DeKalb County Library.
Yes.
In another life, you were an instructional assistant at Scottsboro.
Yes.
But you've moved on from that.
Yes, I'm a retired teacher.
Okay. You were a kindergarten teacher?
Yes.
Wow.
A media specialist, a computer teacher.
Yes.
You did all of that?
Cynthia, lean in.
Lean into your mic.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, that's so much better.
So far, it's like an interrogation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this what? Did you really teach these kids? Okay.
You got a master's from the University of Alabama.
Yes.
And you went to Jacksonville State.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
go Cox.
But you can't
Finally.
get her to say row tide.
Really?
No, she's
I will
Auburn
not
fan.
say that ever. I've never said it in my life.
Y'all need to
Steve, you want to
swap.
swap? We're going to swap seats.
I'm surrounded by mediocrity. I'm just kidding.
That's low.
You're a Pisgah Eagle, I read.
Oh, definitely. Yes,
Okay.
that's where my blood, it bleeds
Pisgah
red.
Eagle, is that what you said? Okay.
Yes. I taught there, graduated from there, and taught there for 18 years when I was teaching kindergarten.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'll give you a little trivia here.
Okay.
My wife's dad, Barnett Wilson, helped start the football program at Pisgah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Well.
How about them Eagles?
Hey, how about them Eagles? Yeah.
All right, so our other guests.
Okay.
So now Todd's turn. You're on the hot seat, so get ready.
You'll say roll tide, won't you?
Roll tide.
I didn't know that was involved today.
Yes.
Hey, so you've never watched the show. Football always comes up. I don't know what.
No,
You know,
I mean,
I
I
have
didn't
stopped
know Roll
asking-
Tide. Oh, that was RT
You
words.
said it. You
Nope,
said it.
I didn't
Whoa,
say
here we go. Red letter day. You've
I've
been
stopped even
saved.
asking people if they watch the show because I know they don't.
You know, at least 7 people watch us live. But then they get sleepy at 9, and from 10 to 12, you get the numbers go up.
But we got some great liners.
All right, Mr. Greason, all right, you're an assistant. This is your past. You check me on this.
Okay.
You were workforce development for 16 years at Northeast.
10 years. I was in the legislature.
Okay,
16.
you're 16-year state representative. I was just checking in. And
Steve, I
we're
give you one job.
yeah, workforce. You should have known better. Workforce development at Northeast. I remember working with you. You helped with whatever it is I was doing at the high school at the time. It's when people in the community come in and talk to the students about their job, I can't think of what it was right now.
Careers.
Yeah, well, no, it's something besides career. Yeah, it's career day, but there's something else. I got a little plaque that says it, so I'll go home and look at the plaque and see what that was.
Get back to you next week.
Yeah. Hey, you're presently circuit clerk.
Yeah, I am in my 8th year.
You're a lifelong resident of DeKalb County. Are you in charge of absentee voting?
Yes, I'm the manager of the absentee voting.
Okay, so is that
boy.
any controversy there?
You have to deal
You
with
told
it.
me you just
No,
wanted to talk about chicken, but I thought
I have my assistant clerk. She's a deputy clerk. Is heading it up right now.
You
While
get
I'm on
around
this.
drop boxes that are sitting out everywhere.
That's against the law now. We actually.
There's your controversy, Holly. We got a second sponsor for that.
Yeah, okay, I'll let him know.
And you've been married to your wife, Dana,
Yeah.
for
We'll be
19 years?
27 next month. Actually, one day after the chicken cooking.
This is funny.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, ask him where you got married.
Where did you get married?
Manville Church.
Did you? Is that right?
Okay.
We
We've got nothing right.
not what happened. What occurred in it was 1999. So
We are all over the place.
Grace Presbyterian was doing an addition, so they was under some construction.
First Presbyterian, but there was, y'all did something.
Bart,
Well,
quit
we
arguing
looked
with
at
him. He knows where he got married. So you still have 2 sons, Garrett and Daniel?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Oh, let's talk about chicken.
And his wife had a headache Tuesday night.
She did.
Literally, she
we
did.
We was at dinner on Tuesday night at the Alabama alumni. Basically.
She told me she had a headache. I'm so used to women telling me that. I didn't think about it. Okay.
Y'all are funny. This is great.
All right. Oh, it's coming off
Okay.
the rail. Okay, so we've got Lions Club.
Yes.
Yes.
Chicken dinner. How long has this been going on?
This is our 51st year.
Are you kidding me? Now, is that something a lot of Lions Clubs do, or is this more
Just us,
Just you?
that I'm aware. We do have some visitors. We had last year we had
Yes.
somebody from Coleman come in just wanted to watch us.
we started. Me and Dana started putting it up on Facebook on how do we turn.
Yes, that's really cool. That'll get us some attention.
It does actually. I think I checked last week. We had over 10,000 views on this.
Right?
How do you flip that to 10?
I'm gonna tell you what. If you've never seen that,
we need to do that.
That is really cool.
And you probably we light the fire with gasoline.
Oh, there you go.
Really?
5 gallons.
Wow.
So it's on one. It gets it hot enough. It gets those coals hot quickly, and it burns off. There's no.
How many chickens are on that thing at one time?
About 750 to 800 on halves. We cook it. It's chicken.
Half chicken. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing
There
1,500
on that one. There's 800 on there at that time.
That's one cook, and we do 2.
And then you've got 2 flippers, right? Is it 2 ends that flip?
Yeah, we rotate because the smoke does get to you.
Yeah,
it's tough.
And we have our gloves because
are you flipping them too?
Yes, it
That's
is.
right. Cynthia does go down there and flip.
Cynthia,
I do. I'm one of the few women that work at the pit.
Yeah, I'd rather serve it.
No, I'd rather be down there.
Okay, 51st year, and so you cook. How many chickens do you think you cook? Or I guess you know a number.
Well, I've been doing it since 19, so we've been normally doing 1,300. We actually ran out last year, so we're adding up to 1,500 this time.
Okay,
we're at the Rotary Pavilion, and we had a lot more traffic.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So you weren't involved when they did it behind the National Guard Armory?
No, I hear the stories while we're cooking these.
Come close to burning the building down.
Yes, I remember
there was a lot of liquid refreshment back there too.
They did tell me they don't notify the fire department because they got called out once. When started the fire.
That's why they put the station up there by it.
All right. So how much are the tickets? What do we got?
They're $10. It comes with a half a chicken, coleslaw and beans, and a little Debbie.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. And then what are the proceeds going to?
This is we do our eye screening. So
yes, and we provide glasses and eye exams.
Okay.
We're big for vision.
Okay.
And also we send 2 children per year in the summer to Camp Seal Harris, and that gets them aware of being diabetic.
Okay.
And that's a really good program.
We do also have scholarships.
Yes, we're giving 3 this year.
So it's kind of a generic fundraiser for what all you do.
This and we sell pecans in the holiday season. This is the main 2 fundraisers for the Lions clubs.
Yeah, and how many guys does it take? How many guys? Well, I know how many guys are down there when you're cooking. Is it a big hangout spot?
It is about a dozen.
Yeah, just kind of some guy time and get around and just have some fun.
We have fun.
I bet you do. Yeah.
It is fun. I'm in charge of the boxes.
Oh, really?
Putting the boxes together and putting the foil in.
She does like hanging out with all the guys.
Well, it's just fun. We have fun. Dana comes with us too.
Yeah, my Dana comes with us.
Do you have to wait for it to cool off a little before you put them in the boxes or in the foil?
No, they go right in the boxes.
Go right in.
And then pour barbecue sauce on them.
Yeah. And you said you've been doing it since 19?
Oh, I know.
2019.
2019. How long have you been doing it?
Since I have been in the Lions Club, I was in there a year before you, I believe, 2018.
She got me in the Lions Club.
I did.
Okay.
And then she's now president, and she also nominated me for second vice, which I wasn't there. That's what happens. You don't show up in a meeting, you get nominated. So next year after next, year after next, I'll be president. Because that's how we move up.
But he will be great.
And so you're going to have 1,500 chickens this year?
1,500
half
halves.
chicken. Okay.
Yes.
So that would, and it's $10. So that's a decent little fundraiser.
It is.
That's good. That's good for supporting eyesight awareness and then scholarships. So you'll give a scholarship. Is it to just county schools, or how does that work?
No, it's not just. It's countywide. It
Countywide.
can be city. They do look at the scholarships of probably students that are in need of it.
Yeah.
It's not just they just throw it out.
Not
there.
academics, but more need-based.
And if they're a member of the Leo Club.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot. Leo and Lion.
Fort Payne has a city school system has a large Leo club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrell Davis is the sponsor there.
That's right.
And he is amazing.
He is fantastic. I spent 3 days with him in Birmingham. He was down there for skills, and he's fantastic.
He is.
We are very, very lucky to have him at Fort Payne.
Yeah, he's helped us when we did the roadside cleanup with the civic clubs. Leo's helped us out, saved us on that because it was they're a lot more energetic than us when we get over 50.
It's hard to get down and get that piece of trash.
It is. Getting back up is sometimes the hardest part.
Yeah. We have a box from the Lions Club at our church, and on Wednesdays people come in. It's got where you collect the glasses.
Yes.
You can't believe how many come in and try some on. Hey, this is great. Are you sure? And I got this 18-year-old note that says, site chairman, Fort Payne Lions Club, Frank Harper. Is he still around?
They moved.
They moved?
They moved about 2 or 3 years
Well,
ago.
I guess I don't have to keep
But
that
he was
anymore.
great.
That was a long time ago.
Shannon Gorham is our site
Shannon
chairperson.
Gorham?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so where do they need to go to get tickets? Who do they need to see?
They can see any Lions Club member.
Okay.
I do know My Supply that Alan
Kilgo.
Kilgo is has
down at My Supply, and they
Got
see
them at WZOB.
Yeah.
the ZOB's got some. If
Yes.
you see Todd walking around the walking track at the rec center, which he's usually doing, you can go catch hold of him there.
Yeah, that's where I work off some of my stress after a long day in the courthouse.
That's stressful?
Sometimes the public can be a little stressful.
Well, we appreciate it. We're running out of time, so we thank you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you for
coming. Guys, maybe we'll have Holly can get you in touch with some tickets. You guys go buy these tickets. They do a great work, and so we're
Now
grateful.
tell me when this is again.
May 16th. Be the third Saturday. It's going to
Third
be,
Saturday.
and it's also going to coincide with the longest yard sale.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, good. Fantastic. Well, we appreciate you guys being on the show.
Thank
All right,
y'all.
we'll be right back. with
Thank
more
you
Lunch with
for
Bryan and
coming.
Steve right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
Hey, this is Stephen Pearl with Auburn Men's Basketball. You're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
Licensed real estate agent Jennifer Ledford with Old Heritage Realty has spent her entire life in Fort Payne. She's known for her honesty, dependability, and she's passionate about real estate. So when you're ready to buy or sell your home and you want a reliable, hard-working real estate agent happy to help, call Jennifer Ledford at 256-899-5068 or email jenniferledfordrealtor@yahoo.com. Located in downtown Fort Payne, Old Heritage Realty, real estate agent Jennifer Ledford, ready to work hard for you.
This is WZOB Fort Payne, 100.9 FM and 1250 AM.
Isn't it quiet all of a sudden?
Well, I'm a little bit intimidated here.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 56. We've got a popping show today, Steve. And the segment sponsor for this segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve is Steve's favorite segment sponsor, Cable Time. So it's time to watch your favorite television programming. Call Jim Willingham at Cable Time, 256-638-5048. He can hook you up. If you want to tell your story, we are 4 episodes into Seasons of Life with Jim Willingham. It is produced by VC Media, Victor Cruz. Inspirational stories. It's on their WZOB's Facebook page. Did y'all broadcast on the radio too?
I'm going to start broadcasting them. I think Sunday afternoons we'll start putting them on the radio as well.
But you can go see the old episodes on their Facebook page. Those are pretty good. There's a lot of interesting stories, and you got some pretty good.
A lot of interesting people.
Yeah, they're getting some views.
Yeah, Jim knows some people.
Yep. So if you want to tell your story, you can contact Jim at. I'm gonna tell you what. Somebody just give their phone number out on the radio.
He's serious.
He's bold.
He ain't playing.
Coach Elmore, you want to give your phone number out?
423-745.
256-638-5048. So Cable Time, thank you guys for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Now, I know you're looking, if you're watching on Facebook, you see our football coaches on here. We're not actually going to talk about football today, and I'm sorry, Steve.
So we'll see about that.
So we got Coach Chris Elmore, and for the first time ever, Coach Andrew Thomas is on the show. So welcome, Coach. How are you feeling?
Good.
You excited about it?
Time, yeah.
He gave me a hard time at the golf tournament and said, hey, you know, Coach Elmore, he's on there all the time. You don't ever get me on the show.
Well, they put like 40 people on before me, so that's about 41st. I guess that makes me 140.
That is not true.
I wasn't running for city council, so I wasn't.
Do you plan to?
No.
You know, sometimes I bet you wonder. I bet city council is probably easier than what I
Yeah,
do.
Yeah, there's nights.
You got 2,000 people know what you should be doing on city council.
The difference is they can't come to my meetings and sit in and tell me.
That's true. That's true. You don't have to do that. They just yell at you on Friday night.
That's right.
So anyway, we've got Coach Thomas and Coach Elmore here, who are the golf coaches at Fort Payne High School, and so I'm a little bit disconnected because my daughter decided to not play this year, and which is good. It's good. Y'all doing okay. So we're hanging in there, but she was just decided she had enough. I'm gonna tell you what. I do not have any idea how we could have done golf with everything else that's going on this semester. It is insane right now. So we've got girls and boys golf. Now, am I right? We talked about this. Is sectionals this coming week?
Tuesday, yep.
It's Tuesday. All right. And so tell us about what are we looking like? Let's go boys first.
Okay.
How are the boys team doing, and what was the expectation?
You know, I don't want Steve to fall asleep. I heard him talking the other day about he didn't like the Masters and he didn't sleep, so I gotta keep him active right here. So, the best show on TV is the Masters. But
it is.
Anyway,
Look at the azaleas. I can go out in the yard and do that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's been a good year. We've got 3 seniors that have played varsity golf now for 4, some of them 5 years. They all played as 9th graders, and I think a couple of them even played as 8th graders. The first year that I did the golf team was when this senior group was 9th graders. So I think JP and Tyler both played quite a bit as 8th graders too. But JP Grote, Tyler Coley, and Stokes Latham have been a consistent force for us the last several years, and they all 3 have played really well again this year. And golf, if you don't know much about high school golf, it's obviously an individual game, but you have team scores, and your team score for boys is your best 4 scores out of your 5 team members. So that gives you, one guy can have an off day, or if more than one guy has an off day, then your team score is going to suffer, of course. So, but those 3 guys have done a really good job of being consistent all year, and our average team score really is about the same as it was this time last year, and we lost Owen McGee, who was a good player. So those 3 guys have really stepped up and led us. And the last tournament we played in, the first round, all 3 of those guys actually shot under par, which is pretty rare. So we had 3 guys go under par the first day, and then JP and Tyler both followed it up the next day with another under par round. So they've been playing really consistent, and Stokes has really come on this year and had some really good rounds. He had his best round ever Monday at a 1 under par, and he's had 2 73s earlier in the year. Good. So those 3 have been good, and then we've got a little 7th grader that's going around out there. He's trying to keep up with them.
Redhead.
And then Hayden Chambers has come out there and has been kind of stepped into our 5th man role, and it's funny watching those guys come out there that have not played a lot, but have a ton of athleticism like Hayden does. And it's kind of the 3rd year in a row it's happened to us. Will Patton did it 3 years ago. Yeah. Fisher Abbott last year, and now this year Hayden has kind of come out. And,
so football players make good golfers.
Especially kickers seem to make good golfers. So this will surprise you, but Hayden can hit the golf ball a long way. And,
really?
It's funny how that translates. And,
yeah.
So anyway, he's coming on, and those 5 will play for sectionals. And we got Jay Thompson, another senior that also has played with that group some.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and name it Troy, your boy.
Troy's our 4-man, and he's had an okay year for.
Has he done what you thought he could do, or
maybe a little better at times? He's had a couple rounds in the 70s, which I didn't know if he could do that at that age, because that's what people don't understand. The 7th graders have to play the same tees and golf courses as those seniors, and it's been funny watching him play with some older kids, and they're hitting it 60 yards past him. But
he may be your retirement plan.
Well, he needs to get. We need to get better. That's what we need to do. But yeah, I'm for it. I'm for it. If we want to go ahead and pencil that in.
We ain't missing practice today.
But they've we've got a really tough section and a really tough sub-state if we get out of section, and it just kind of is what it is. It's kind of the same theme in every sport, right? We keep talking about the same stuff in the same schools. But
I was telling somebody, we were talking about baseball last night. I said, listen, as long as Fort Payne is where it is positionally in the classifications, there's no guarantees. Yeah. Like there's no even baseball as good as they are this year. It's quality competition.
Well, in golf, a 300 is a pretty good score, because that means you basically average a 75, which is 3 over par. So 300 as a team is a good score, and we shot 299 twice this week. Once at Terry Pines and Coleman, and once at Cross Creek. So we're playing well, but the reality is we'll get there Tuesday, and Athens has got a really good team.
Now where is sectionals?
Muscle Shoals.
Had you already said that?
No, I had not.
Okay.
And Athens has got a good team, and then Coleman, Hartselle, us, and Muscle Shoals all are real similar. And 4 teams advance. And it's just one of those things where no matter how good you've played all year, you've got to play good next Tuesday. And so we'll see. But you could have an off day Tuesday and it'll be over. But if we can play well, we'll advance to sub-state, which will be at Terrapin. But.
Okay. So I have something in common with Coach Thomas. I actually coached girls golf at Opelika for about 4 years.
You did.
So I have that experience. And I want to tell you something. Those boys golf and girls golf sound like that's similar. You're playing the same sport. That's a whole different animal. You got a minor in psychology to coach girls golf.
And for the dads.
Yes.
Girls. Yeah. I do more coaching the dads than I do the girls, I think.
Please don't yell at her.
Yes. She's doing just fine.
All right, so tell us about the girls golf team.
The girls, they've been solid all year, trending in the right direction. We just shot our lowest team score on Tuesday of 246, which is
that's really good.
Very good. We think we'll have a good shot at winning the section, going to sub-state and having a chance to play the state tournament in Mobile in a few weeks. But we've got 4 ninth graders, which is great.
That's crazy.
So Molly Griffith has been our 1 all year. Molly Burt and Annie Gilbert, 2, 3. I mean, they're pretty similar. And then Mia Woods has come on this year and gotten better every year.
How's she playing?
She's doing well. She's getting better every week.
Yeah.
Not quite as low as some of those other girls, but trending in the right direction. So I mean, we think we'll have a pretty good girls golf team here for a while.
Yeah.
As long as Chris don't get me fired, that's how big catch there. Yeah, well, and golf is a weird sport in that you can be good young, and then sometimes you can lose your passion as you get older, and you can just not want to play anymore. But if those 4 girls continue to play like they've been playing or practicing, they could be really good. And girls is a little different. Girls is a 4 scores, count the best 3, so it's a little bit different situation. But like you said, 246. That's an average of just over 80, and so it's like an 82 average, and that's pretty good playing for girls. And so we're definitely they're heading in the right direction, and it'll be the same thing. They'll be fine at sectionals, and then at sub-state they'll have to be one of the top 2 teams. But we think they got a real shot at doing that this year.
And both of y'all play sub-state here.
It'll be sub-state at Terrapin.
Where's your section?
Same place, Muscle Shoals.
You're at Muscle. Okay.
Yeah, same day, same. That's one good thing about golf is that once you get to the postseason, everything's pretty much on the same, girls and boys the same place. And we've played in some of the same tournaments, but we've also played in some different ones. But it makes it a little bit easier on us. Sometimes we travel.
You take them to a movie for the game, or
no? We did not. No, it's.
I know what I have.
Pretty early on.
What's your pregame meal like?
The golf is one thing about golf is you try to cut down the pregame and postgame stuff as much as you can, because the end game, as you know, having been out there, it lasts 5 hours at least, sometimes 6, and so it's a full day affair. And so when they've come and warmed up and played their 18 holes, they're ready to leave.
You did it a day before.
Some of our tournaments are like we'll probably go the day before for Muscle Shoals, since it's a 2.5 hour drive. But like to Coleman last week, most of it. And I think some of the girls, their parents stayed over, but we drove back and forth both days, and it's a long drive, but it's just what you got to do.
Where's the state tournament this year?
Mobile,
Oh wow! You got a haul to get down there.
Yep. So hopefully JP made the state tournament last year as an individual. That's the thing. If you don't make it as a team, you can make it as an individual. And JP did that last year. It was in Birmingham, so it'll be a tough road for our boys, just because, and these names y'all know, Mountain Brook, Homewood, Athens are all in our sub-state, and 2 teams advance, and so there'll be some good teams in the boys sub-state that won't make it.
But you've got a shot with boys to get there.
We've got to play really well. We've got to play our best, and we got to have the 7th grader step up and play really well that day. He's got to play above his age.
I like how you call your son the 7th grader.
He's going to have to. He's going to step up. He's going to grow up a little bit.
What's your name?
Well, boy, I'll start calling you Troy when you start playing.
Maybe be 4A one of these days.
Well, we've got golfers coming on here next. Do you guys want to share anything else before we go? I know Coach Thomas is your first time on the show.
No, not really.
Okay.
No,
how's football team looking?
Oh, good.
Okay.
It's you'll see when they come on here that it's a good group of kids, and they try to improve. Golf's it's an interesting game.
It's fascinating.
You can work really hard at it, and and not see a lot of improvement. And then you can also all of a sudden see a big stretch of improvement. And so it's something you just got to do day after day after day, and hopefully it works out for you when the timing's right. So
Do they lift weights in golf?
JP does. JP has always been kind of a part of our weight program, and it's not the same weight program as we do for our offensive line. It's a little bit different, but they do lift some weights.
Why not?
Now Troy does the same weight program. He don't really have a choice.
That's true.
But they do lift some weights.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. We appreciate it, and good luck at sectionals. All right,
you.
we'll be right back. We got some golfers coming on right after this. Lunch with Bryan and Steve's next.
To declutter? Wish you could free up some valuable space at work or home? Hillier Mini Storage has climate control units available, and all their units are gated for maximum protection. You can also store your stuff at home with their Max Steel storage buildings for sale. Just come by Hillier Mini Storage on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 4. And while you're there, be sure to check out play sets for the kids. Store your stuff with Hillier Mini Storage.
Hi, my name is Amber McPherson, and I'm the Executive Director at the DeKalb County Children's Advocacy Center, and you're listening to Lunch with Steve and Bryan on WZOB.
No matter the season, there's always a great sale at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors with all the brand names you love. Patagonia, Uggs, North Face, Bourne, Columbia, and much, much more. The best quality shoes in town can only be found at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors. And don't forget about Little River hats and tees. Drop by Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, Saturdays from 9 to 3, or Sunday from 12 to 5. Located in downtown Fort Payne. Shop local at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 11th installment of Student Spotlight. Today I am joined by the Fort Payne High School golf team, and let's go ahead and get started with this segment's sponsor. This segment's sponsor is Santa Fe Cattle Company. Independently owned and operated, Wildcats know there's always good eating at Santa Fe. Tender steaks cooked just the way you like them, sizzling fajitas and other Southwestern favorites. And be sure to tune in to the game tomorrow to hear the Santa Fe baseball trivia question. You could win a $25 gift card to Santa Fe. Santa Fe Cattle Company, always get eaten. Hello everyone, how do y'all feel?
Oh, fantastic.
Awesome. There's a full house today. This is the largest segment, or student spotlight segment I've ever hosted. So let's just go ahead and get started. My first question is for the girls. Congratulations on breaking the school record. That's so impressive. And especially as 3 freshmen, like, y'all are going to have that up for years. And you've got time to break another one. So, or break your own. Yeah, yes. Okay. So I know that took a lot of dedication. What has been y'all's biggest overall improvement this season?
I think I've just really been able to hit my clubs a lot better than I ever have because I've just been spending more time on it, just getting ready.
Mine is definitely being able to hit my driver because before I couldn't, and it definitely did not help. So I'm just glad that I've figured it out a little bit.
Yes, for sure.
I would say definitely mine has been just dialing in my short game, just working on putting and the shots around the green because I feel like that's where I've lost the most strokes over the past couple years. So definitely my short game.
Well, that is really cool to hear. Y'all all have had, I feel like y'all are all working on something a little bit different, so that's really cool. Y'all work great as a team. My next question is for, I'm sorry.
You got it, Corbell. Go ahead.
My next question is for the boys' side. Which scoring area has improved the most or made the biggest difference for y'all this season?
For me, it definitely would have been my distance control with the wedges. It's been area of dispersion has gotten a lot better from within 120 yards or so.
That's a fancy word, JP.
Right?
Yeah.
Area of dispersion?
Yep, yeah.
Wow. Steve uses that all the time.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good answer.
I feel like mine has been recovery shots. So when I make a mistake, not compounding errors, and being able to bounce back and avoid blow-up holes.
That's very good. I feel like that's something that every sport struggles with in a way, is just really trying to get over when you make a mistake. So
I feel like mine would
nice.
be putting because I didn't used to putt good, but now when I hit a green, it's easier to make a putt and make my score go lower.
Perfect. Okay. My next question is back to the girls. What team is going to be y'all's biggest opponent, and how do y'all plan on overcoming that?
I think it'll be Mountain Brook.
Okay.
Okay. It is definitely Mountain Brook. I think because we've beaten them once and they've beaten us once, so we're kind of tied right now.
Kind of neck and
Right.
neck.
Like that. So I think I want to win. So I think that we just need to stay calm, especially because it's our home course. I think if we just stay calm and just play how we know to play, we'll beat them and we'll go to state.
Okay.
I would agree, Mountain Brook or Mars Hill. That's who beat us out of going to state last year. So I would just say definitely staying focused. And you can't worry about like your score at the end. Just worry about every single shot. And once you get up there, like, okay, I'm not going to worry about my previous shot. Like, I have this shot right here, and I'm going to hit the best shot I can. So.
All right. This isn't on my card, but just out of genuine curiosity, y'all mentioned like playing on your home course. Does that give y'all like an advantage at all? Is that?
It definitely should. Yeah.
So no.
I was curious if last year being on your home course was more nerve-wracking than if you went to somebody else's course.
I could see that too. Like the expectations feel a little higher. There's a little bit more pressure because it's your own turf. Okay. My next question is back to the boys, and that is. Okay. Sorry. If y'all had to give someone one tip on lowering scores, what would it be?
Lowering, practice always.
Practice?
I'm not good at that. Coach can tell you that. This year I've practiced a little bit more. It has gotten better, but I would say practice.
Okay. Practice makes perfect.
I feel like really working on your short game. A good short game can make up for a bad iron game, but a good iron game can't make up for bad skills around the green.
Okay.
I think they really covered most of what I would say, but really starting from if you're just a straight beginner golfer, I think hitting 2 buckets of balls, just ball after ball, is not going to do much for you. So it's being intentional with practice. You can get a lot out of 30 minutes and you can get little out of 2 hours. So you gotta pick your battles there if you're just starting out and trying to get a lot better.
Okay. Typically, how long are y'all's practices? Okay.
Maybe like 2 hours.
Okay.
It depends.
Why'd y'all start giggling?
Technically, practice ends at 5. I learned that the hard way this year. But yeah, practice ends at 5 technically.
So and y'all go during 5th block. That's like 4 hours though.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, whatever. Okay. All right. Back to the girls. I'm sorry. I had to switch around my questions before. That's why they're kind of jacked up. Okay, what is one match that has really stood out to y'all this season?
Come on, you can say it. Nobody there listens to this show.
Okay.
Beat Mountain
I'm
Brook.
only saying this match because it was just rough for everybody. And I think we learned from it, and I think that's what we need to appreciate. It was the Dothan tournament it was pretty bad. It was really bad. But, we learned from it. The conditions weren't great. That's all that matters. And then we did good the next tournament.
Okay, right.
So.
You know what?
I would agree with that, definitely, because I feel like if the weather's bad, it's super easy to, get in your head and be like, oh, well, the weather's bad, so I'm just not going to play good today. And instead, just having, keeping a positive attitude. And I think that was something that I learned through that tournament, that no matter how bad the weather was, just staying positive and adjusting to that. So
very well said. What about y'all?
I'd say probably the last tournament because we had a 2-day tournament and everybody on the team played well and most of us hadn't been playing good for the beginning of the season, but now I think we got it going pretty good as we go into sectionals next week.
Okay, boys, how do y'all stay focused under the pressure of knowing your score counts for the whole team?
We actually just had a conversation with Coach Elmore about this because if you're not having a great day, it's tough to just keep grinding it out, but it really does matter because we had the first day of this past tournament that Tyler was saying, we had 3 really good scores, and we had Troy. He didn't have a great round, but we just thought that if he could just grind out a couple extra par putts, a couple extra bogey putts even, that it could have helped us in the long run. So I think that's what really matters, is staying in it no matter if you're playing super well or not playing great. I think that's something that you got to have in the back of your head at all times.
Always having the good mindset, per se. Okay.
Well, and golf is so streaky that, you can have a bad front nine, but pull it together on the back nine. I know our home tournament this year, my front nine score was not good at all, but I really brought it together on the back nine. And it just, by continuing to push forward, you can still contribute well to the team score.
Okay. My last question, do we have time for more questions?
Oh, we got, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm just going to ask y'all some random ones then. Has anyone ever gotten an eagle?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, elaborate. Someone elaborate.
When was your first
Okay. When was your first one? Tell a little story.
My first one was actually, Bryan was there. Number 8 at Terrapin. It's a short par 4. I hit my 3-wood, and then it ran up there, and then I had like a 8-foot putt, I'd say, and I made it. Then my next one, Coach Elmore was with me. On number 4, I got on in 2, and then made the putt, and then I had one on 9. I chipped in. But
okay.
I've had 2. So my first one was last season at sectionals, and I think I had about 128 out on a par 4, and I hit it, and I couldn't see the green from where I was, but my dad was up by the green, and I just hear my dad start screaming, and so it was super cool, because then I just it was just the way that I found out. And then my next one was this season. Coach Thomas was watching, and my mom was there. And I made about a 4-foot putt for eagle on a par 5. It was a shorter par 5, so.
That's really cool. Okay, y'all's turn.
My most recent one was in Auburn, and I was coming off not a great previous hole, and then it kind of kick-started the rest of my round that day and chipped in from just off the green on a par 5, and it was nice. Good.
I actually had one this past Monday. On 18 out at Cross Creek, hit my approach shot on the par 5 to about 5 feet and made the putt coming back.
The last eagle I remember having in a tournament was probably 10th grade year at Hampton Cove. I made 2 eagles in one round, and it was on a par 5.
Cool.
I made an eagle, and then Coach Elmore was with me on a par 3, and I made a triple. I get on the next par 5, and then I make another eagle. So it was a pretty good round. But
that's hard to do.
Yeah, that was the last time I remember having an eagle.
So I've got a question to kind of conclude here. How do you feel about Tuesday? Are y'all in a good space? Do you feel like, hey, I think we're ready? Or you feel like, hey, there's some things I got to really knock out and work out before we get to sectionals? How are you feeling right now? Either one of y'all.
We'll answer. I think that we're in actually probably the best spot we've been in all year. I think we have a bunch of great players this year that are all playing very great golf, because at the beginning of the season, we actually had our worst score that we've had all season. So it's always been a building process this whole year, and it's been cool to see how everyone is playing much better than the beginning of the year. So I think we're in a great spot going into Tuesday.
Girls?
We're playing at Cypress Lakes, and the past 2 times we've played, we've actually gotten first. Okay. So I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Because we just keep getting better and better. So.
Good.
Well, I'm going to be honest here, okay? I plan, personally, to make it to state but sectionals, I'm not trying to be mean, but we don't really have a strong section. Okay. Is that what you call it? So we've been playing really consistent. So I really think that we could just do well, and we've played great the past 2 times we played there. So
just keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I'm excited for sectionals. Me and JP were actually talking about this on the practice screen yesterday, which I was actually talking about sub-state and it being at our home course and how nervous I was. And I talked about this earlier, but just going into it one shot at a time, because I think it's really easy if you had a blow-up hole just to be okay, I have to make a birdie on this hole, or I have to do really good. and then you just start saying that, and that's just not good for me.
That's not the mentality, right?
And so, and so you just got to, like, think, okay, this next shot, I'm going to hit the best golf shot I can. But, yeah, I'm really excited to see how we perform. We've definitely grown this season, so.
Okay, great. So is there any shout-outs y'all want to give? It's my last thing.
Yeah, shout out Coach Elmore.
Coaches. All right. Okay, go out and support our Fort Payne High School golf team at sectionals next Tuesday in Florence. All right, Muscle Shoals. Thank y'all so much for joining me on this segment of Student Spotlight, and we'll see you next week.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank y'all for having us.
My Supply is my hometown hardware store. At My Supply, I never have to wander aimlessly around the store looking for what I need. I know that when I walk through the door, I'm going to be greeted by a person and helped right away. So whether you're looking for plumbing, electrical, hand or power tools, welding supplies, standard or metric fasteners, or anything else to help with your home projects and repairs, shop My Supply on Godfrey Avenue in Northeast Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. My Supply, your hometown hardware store.
This is Tyler Watts, former Alabama SEC champion quarterback and color analyst on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. You are listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB Radio and FPTV in Fort Payne. Roll Tide.
Rawson Pools is eliminating every reason why you can't have your very own. No cash on hand? There's financing available at Rawson Pools. Ground too rocky? Rawson Pools is installing hybrid above-ground pools with 14-gauge steel panels, making it more durable and cost-effective than your average above-grounder. Check out their Facebook page to see what 30 years of pool installation experience can give you. Call 256-638-5904 to take the plunge. And always visit Rawson Pool and Supply Store in Rainsville for all your pool supply and accessory needs. Rawson Pools, the pool professionals.
All right, we are back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Bryan Northcutt, Steve Chambers in studio, episode 56. We have been rocking and rolling through a bunch of guests. We decided that we just overbooked the whole show. And
we figured somebody wouldn't show up.
I don't think that this level of intensity is sustainable, but it is for today. So we'll see how it goes. Our segment sponsor for this segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve is Cattle Stampede Steakhouse. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so come enjoy Cattle Stampede.
Where is that?
Cattle Stampede or Cattle Stampede, whichever restaurant you'd like to go visit, down on the south end of the town, right there by the interstate. Breakfast buffet on Saturdays and Sundays, 7 to 10:30, only $8.99. All you can eat breakfast buffet. They've also got the omelet bar. I guess, would you call it an omelet bar?
No, they like ready to serve. Like,
Yeah,
they'll
they
make it
prepare it for you right there.
Yeah,
It was an omelet bar. Like, that's what I would call it.
Okay, I wouldn't call it.
It's like
a
those
bar.
guys that cut the steak. You know, they stand back there and cut the little.
Like at a Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah,
and
something like that. They prepare it for you, so that would be really good. I could handle that.
Yeah,
we need to go.
Let's go.
I like a good omelet.
Let's do a remote from there.
That's right. So we thank you guys at Cattle Stampede for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. So let's get DK8 update. We got to do a couple of your updates, and then I'm going to give my review of the Auburn spring game.
Wow, 1.69 inches of rain, but it's supposed to rain. Chance to rain the next few days.
Yeah.
Starting Friday night.
Are we struggling right now?
No,
we're kind of limping through April right now.
It's dry, but then it's going to rain and everything will be all right, just like it's always done. These people, oh no, I don't see a mud puddle in my yard. Drought's a drought. I want to wish you a happy NFL draft day.
Oh, that's right. Draft is tonight.
It is.
Is Mendoza going number one? Lane, is Mendoza going one? Is he? Okay.
Lane, are you going to declare for the NFL
Lane,
draft?
are you available to come on the show right now? Come on down here.
Yeah, why don't you just go get a microphone? Stop using mine, kid.
Steve's favorite guest.
I think he's all of our favorites.
My two favorite guests are here today.
So
I'm glad you wore your official Thursday shirt.
I think he does it just for you.
He intimated as much. So I was going to ask you if you're declaring for the NFL draft, or are you staying with the Fort Payne Wildcats?
Wait a minute.
Come on, Holly.
Sorry. There you go. All right, now speak.
Well, considering I've yet to make an official start, I don't think I'm quite ready to declare.
You don't have a star yet?
I think I'll come back. I'll come back. We talked. We negotiated my NIL fund. I'm going to make more over here than I would declaring, so I think I'm just going to come back.
Well, if you left, we'd be in the middle of a Hess, so I don't know. I got that right by her.
So, yeah, she didn't.
Sorry,
pay any attention.
I was.
So you're saying Mendoza is looking like number?
It looks like a lot. I mean, I've seen a bunch where they've had.
And he's not even going up there.
No. He's staying at home. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of Raiders have met with him. Brady's met with him. It seems like pretty much fired.
And Brady he's part owner of the Raiders now.
Yeah, he's a minority owner, but he has a large say of what they do. Because when you're the greatest of all time, you kind of get away with
listen to him.
Yeah.
So.
I wanted to point out something to you just today. Since 2008, Alabama's had at least 2 first-round draft picks, at least 2. And so
you just had to.
This year,
who are you saying this year?
This may not happen this year. Okay, and possibly Ty Simpson, but if it's not, the streak will end. It just won't.
And they just gave DeBoer a 7-year contract.
I was about to ask you how
you feel about that?
Good about the extension?
I need to ask the Michigan reporters about that. See if it's really just a ruse that he's going to Michigan.
Are you going to feel good about the extension until come this time next October?
You asked me about January.
Okay, then we'll see.
And I promise you, I'll tell you.
I've got one. This kind of has to go with Alabama football.
Well, good for you.
I don't know if y'all saw this, but a lot. They had the Morgan Wallen and Ella Langley concert, and Bryan Danny is the first one forever. Here's a little cool trivia fact. Dad was telling me we were coming back home from the varsity game against Boaz Monday, and he was like, I looked at it, and it was like the first time since 1991. And I was thinking, or it was either 91 or 92. I was thinking, I was at the last one. Him and he had a buddy that's a big Alabama fan. They went over to Bryant Denny, and it was Alabama's 100th year of it was our spring game. It was their 100th year of playing football, and they're having their legacy things. Like they had Namath, they had all these
Snake.
all these they had all these guys, and they were honoring them. And then they had their legacy coach, and of course it was Bear Bryant. Dad, we're all huge Auburn fans, but he's talking about how it was, as much as he hates Alabama, it was cool being in the stadium and seeing how whenever they said Bear Bryant's name, it was like you could hear a pin drop. Like everybody they have so much respect for him. But you know who after the spring game that evening, you know who played? The band Alabama, the group Alabama played. It was the last concert at Bryant Denny. So. Hate Alabama with my whole heart. Dad does too. But that was a cool little piece of trivia he dropped.
And your dad was there.
He was
there.
Did
he go to the concert too?
He did. Him and a buddy of his went. His buddy was a big Alabama fan. He's like, "Oh, come with me." And he's like, "I might as well." And
that's cool.
They went and they saw Alabama after. So.
The Rolling Stones played a concert in Coleman Coliseum in the early '70s, and there's a picture. There's a picture of Coach Bryant and Mick Jagger together.
Is that right?
Does this go together?
Yeah, polar opposites.
They Rolling Stones wanted to meet Coach Bryant, so I guess they had to tell him who they were. But,
so I went to Birmingham to this skills competition, right? And so we're at the BJCC, and the last time we stayed at the Sheridan, which is right there next to it. The last time that I stayed at the Sheridan.
Used to be the Hyatt House. Go ahead.
It was 1994. Mm-hmm. It was the Iron Bowl. It was the last Iron Bowl at Legion Field. And so I remember, and I took a trip up the elevator. I took a picture of it. So here is my picture.
Oh, you got brown hair. Oh, no. Okay.
No. This was this week. So this is going up that glass elevator. There's the BJCC. There's Legacy Arena, right? And I remember in 1994 taking this elevator. That's the last time I was in that elevator.
Okay.
And going up, and you could see.
This was 1994.
Right there
Legion Field.
Is Legion Field.
The
and the lights were on.
the
So the
lights.
last time I was there, we just had the night before meal, Friday night, and I'm riding up that elevator, and you can see Legion Field in the background. And I remember thinking, this is the coolest thing I have ever done. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama for the '94 Iron Bowl. There's Legion Field. There's Birmingham. I'm riding an elevator. I'm going, it ain't getting better than this.
That's when it still had the upper deck.
Yeah. And now we lost the game. But I thought I was going to have to.
Business.
Well, it was such a, it was an inspirational moment, and then it's kind of a downer because you lose.
That's life.
It's kind of nice for Alabama people that their last Iron Bowl in what's the name of that field again?
Legion
Field. They got to win. So.
What's the name of that field?
That Iron Field.
That field, what is Birmingham?
Oh, we marched on Legion Field. I think it was my senior year.
What, you protested something? What are you talking about?
Wasn't it? But didn't we play the playoff game or whatever my senior year?
Parker?
No, my senior year in high school.
Well, yeah.
Yes, you're right.
We remember that.
Yes. In '94, Fort Payne played. You would have been down there probably.
Yes.
Who'd they play?
I thought it was Parker, but
it could have been
somebody else?
It could have been.
I know
Minor.
Parker.
Was it Minor?
I don't.
It was one of
I'm
them
not
schools.
sure.
You're right,
Yeah.
though.
And
You're
so
right.
So I marched on Legion Field.
Probably about the.
That's why we went.
Yep, that's right. Watch me twirl
So
my
anyway, that was really cool because I had not been in that elevator since that elevator trip in 1994.
Had it been clean since then?
I hope so. So anyway, that was pretty cool. But
It is.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that would have been 93, not 94.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
it
would
was
have
the
been. That would have been your
I'd
fall
been
'93.
senior. Yeah.
So anyway, cool story. But I remember that. That was the one where Patrick threw a Frank across the middle, and they marked him a half-yard short. Do you remember that one? And it's going to be a first down. We were trying to drive to tie the game.
I think I remember this. Was Bo Nix the quarterback, did you say?
No,
Patrick Nix.
Yes.
I'm sorry. He was standing there. He wasn't really arguing that vociferously. He was just
yes,
and
he
then,
was.
And then Jay Parker came up to him and patted him on the. I mean, it was a friendship, not a taunting.
I've got a picture of me and Roman after that game. That if you've ever seen me and Roman Colburn in an Iron Bowl, it was that Iron Bowl. Yeah. And then Patrick had planned, because I was good friends with him and knew him, he was going to get on the radio show after the game, assuming we won, which he assumed we would, and ask Krista to marry him on the radio interview after that Iron Bowl.
Did
and
that
we
go down?
It did not go.
No,
It did not happen
happen.
because we lost. So he did it in the dorm room when he got back in her dorm room that night. So that's the night that Patrick and Krista Nix got engaged.
Sweet.
Was that Iron Bowl?
Yes, that's sweet.
Steve's like, Bama won, didn't they? That's all that matters.
They just take it out on me. Don't want to get married anymore.
It's a sympathy yes, wasn't it?
But speaking of Rolling Stones, they played Legion Field, what, 95 the next year? Isn't that right? It was supposed to be their farewell tour, and they're still touring.
They're still touring. They're
Going until they all croak, I guess.
They're older than I am,
Yeah.
and they're still touring. I went to see them at Legion Field.
Yeah, I think it was 95.
It was right before, it was a few weeks before football season. And they had a tarp out on the field with all the people. I said, look at all those dang hippies on the field of honor. That's what I told the people I was with. And they said, that sounds just like you. So.
Is it time for another commercial? These segments are smoking. Like whatever we did fix last week, we fixed it.
Yeah, you stopped bouncing. That's what it was.
So it's my fault? Is that what she's saying?
No, you're doing good.
He'll get around to me in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back. One more segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
Hi, this is Bryan Jett, Superintendent for Fort Payne City Schools, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
Your home is by far your biggest expense and most important purchase. So when you're buying or selling your home, you'll want the experience, professionalism, and integrity for which Southern Properties Agency in Fort Payne is known. Call 256-845-6000 to achieve your best possible results. Southern Properties Agency. Thorough, trustworthy, experienced real estate professionals since 1992.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Last segment. Segment sponsor is Northcote Real Estate. If you haven't been by Godfrey Avenue to see the houses going up, got to take my boys out there to start cleaning off the wood and getting it off, cleaning the properties out. So Northcote Real Estate, building houses on Godfrey Avenue. We've got several going up. Claire's doing a lot of flipping and buying, and she's just amazing, doing a great job. So we got the Snake still on the show. We got Mark still here. Who in here would like to talk Auburn football? Raise your hand.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. We're 3-1.
Yeah.
That's about right.
That's how democracy works, in case you didn't know.
But we're a constitutional republic.
And now Holly's chiming in. So
I'm calling in a bomb strike.
So anyway, we were down at Auburn, and which, if you've listened to the show, the rest of the show, we saw heard my liner that I got. So we had the race for the liners, and so I got a liner from Stephen Pearl.
Yeah.
We were walking. Lewis and I went to the concession stand, and I don't pay attention to the guy picking his nose back there, but I tell Lewis, I said, let's get a picture with Stephen Pearl.
So that's what Stephen Pearl looks like.
That's what Stephen Pearl looks like. And then I actually ended up sitting right next to one of the guests on our show, Eric Speakman. So this guy, we used to be, look at the look on his face. He was the head coach at Opelika, and he and I were good buddies, and he ended up sitting right next to us. And I told...
Get out of my yard! Go ahead.
And I went and I said, hey, we just got a picture with Stephen Pearl. And he goes, you should have got a liner. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I not get a liner?
But you did.
And so I walked back to the seat, and Lewis is sitting there. And I said, man, I really need a liner from Stephen Pearl. I said, Lewis, I'll give you $10 if you go get a liner from Stephen Pearl. He goes, he grabs my phone, and he runs down there, and he comes back, and he gave me the liner.
Yeah,
so
y'all want to hear?
Here's the liner.
Wait. Yeah, I got this music.
Hey, this is Stephen Pearl with Auburn Men's Basketball. You're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
So Lewis got us a liner with Stephen Pearl, so that was really cool. Anyway, we were there for the spring game. We were talking about it in the break. Mark, I don't know if you've got anything you want to chime in on. I was not. So we talked about spring games. You can't see anything. No. Do you pay attention to spring games? No.
I used to go watch when they run in the wishbone.
Get in the mic.
When they run the wishbone, and I thought, we're not winning a game this year. It's just vanilla. It's always 7-3.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you who I was impressed with is that backup from Oregon State. Justin Tia, I think's his name.
Is that the other quarterback they brought in?
Yeah, the other quarterback they brought in off the
his stat line. It looked good. I've seen where people talk good about him.
Brown looks a lot like Cam Newton, a lot like him, and looks like he plays like him. Now, I know Auburn people are like, oh, please, let him be Cam. Yeah. And I think you got to dampen the expectation there. He did not throw the ball great. First series, they run a dig. Wide open dig. He breaks off the corner. He's cutting across the middle, and he just flat missed him. It's 15, 20-yard route. 2 plays later, he's got a deep ball. He's got this Nimrod. Is it
Nimrod?
That's his name.
That's his name.
No,
We've got a receiver named Nimrod. I know Steve's
they're all named that, aren't they?
That's reaching deep into the Bible for a name. I mean, come on.
So wide open, go route, and just overthrows him. And so hopefully they're, it's and Golish is not panicking. He's saying all the right things, and he's like, but the kid from Oregon State throws the ball really well. I like our defense. I like the way they look. I think Xavier Atkins and this Melendez are going to be really good linebackers. I think the front's going to be good. It's not going to be real deep, but it'll be good. I like our running backs. So overall, now Golish, if you listen to the postgame, did you see the postgame speech that he gave? Where he's dropping F-bombs?
Yeah, I saw somewhere he's using it.
He lets it fly.
Yeah. A little different than Freeze.
In an interview?
No, it wasn't an interview. It was like he gathers the team
with
up.
The team, yeah.
And they just
expletives.
Yeah,
I used to always go to the scrimmage before the 8A game when they were they would show stuff. That was them. And
Yeah.
when they gathered the team, Coach Saban didn't need a microphone. It was just, man.
So I don't know what we're going to look at. I'm not sure. What are your expectations for this? What would be a good season for you?
You know, if they
Birmingham.
Well, yeah. Actually, I mean, if they won 8 games,
That's how far we've dropped,
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
That's if we could just make it to the Birmingham Bowl,
with
it'd be so awesome.
in
It's
the
so
SEC.
convenient.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You know, tough schedule
Yeah.
and all that. It's just it's hard, and we're obviously going to play some teams that are going to be ahead of us,
Yeah.
way ahead of us. But,
Yeah.
you never know,
Right.
Because there were times. I mean, even last year we had chances, and the year before that we had chances to beat people
So
a lot
close.
better than us.
So close. Though,
Yeah, and I think I've heard that. We're close. We're close.
So close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the defense is going to be stellar. I'm big on DJ Durkin. I'm glad that we got him back. Offensively, I mean, you have to see more towards the fall how it looks. I like I said, I didn't get to watch a lot of it. I think I'm with you. If we win 8 games, go to a decent bowl, get some excitement. Because that's what I think. I mean, I remember going to watching Auburn the year that Harsin got fired and Cadillac was interim, and they were playing A&M, and that place is rocking on a Saturday night. And we've won 4 games. So I think if you can just get some kind of excitement around the program, win 8 games, go to a decent bowl, I think you'll be back. Because, I mean, Auburn fans are the best in the country. They're going to support whether you win 2 games or 9. Now, if you win 9, they're going to be happy. If they win 2, they're not going to be happy.
I just thought about you. You're old enough. You're young enough that Auburn hadn't been real good in your whole life.
Yeah. I mean,
So he wasn't born when they were the best team on the radio.
I've been lucky.
So beautiful.
I've been lucky enough that I have had.
Do you remember a good Auburn team?
I was born in 2009, so I was little.
2009.
But I know who won it. But you know who won it the next year? So I'm lucky enough to at least have one Auburn national championship in my life. I was real young whenever obviously Nick Marshall and them were there, so I don't remember much.
Yeah, I know it.
The best Auburn teams that I liked since
17
I've been,
was a good one, and
Jared
19.
Stidham. Me and Dad went to the Peach Bowl and watched them get beat by UCF. So that was real fun. The night
Isaac asked me, and I've got a little mural from the 2010 season, and so I went out to the game in Arizona, and then Claire took Sydney and Isaac, who were the only kids we had, to Toomer's Corner because we lived in Opelika. And Isaac's asking me one night, he goes, "Dad, when were we good?" And I said, "Well, come over here, son. You see right here, you and your mom and your sister at Toomer's Corner when you were a year old.
Yeah,
we were good then."
But yeah, the 2017 team was really good. The 2019 team was pretty good, and the past couple of years have been rough. So I've kind of had the short end of the stick because I hear Dad's talking about the Pat Dye days in the 80s, 90s, and then
when
Tuberville was good, and then I've just been stuck having to watch Saban and the boys and Kirby and the boys win it.
It's unbelievable.
So I got the short end of the
Bill's
stick.
character.
I've got it. When I was at Auburn, Barfield,
Barfield
was the
you
coach.
don't remember that.
But compared to the last few years, that was the good times. Yeah, when Barfield was there, we were
Can we get back to the Barfield years? Have you ever thought Auburn people would say that?
Yeah, because we were looking a lot better. We had Cribbs and Brooks, and Stephen even came to a couple of games when I was at school there. He came to the Georgia game when we tied them. Were you not there?
I was there.
Yeah, in '78.
Auburn warmed up in their regular uniforms. They came out
in
orange jerseys.
I didn't like that, but
and everybody went crazy.
Georgia.
And went, so that's what gets them going. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. Yeah. had to listen.
See, I had to pull for Auburn because there was a rule back then that since Alabama got in the Sugar Bowl the previous year,
that's right.
If they were tied with Georgia, Georgia would have gone. And then Auburn and Georgia tied 22-22.
Yeah.
That's back when you could tie. Yeah.
Yeah. So, had it been for that, there might not have been a goal line stand and another national championship.
Yeah, that's right.
Holly,
Yeah.
you wanted to give a shout out.
I want
so
to give a shout out.
We've got a caller.
Yeah, Melinda Gilbert called the station. Sandy texted me, just wanted to encourage us. She said that she is a former teacher and loves the format of the show, but especially the kids part.
Oh, good.
So she's all about that. So anyway, thanks, Melinda, for calling
Yeah.
and letting us know.
That was a good segment. I enjoyed
Yeah,
the
they
golf.
did great. Yeah.
Coach Elmore, he gets us. He knows what the show's about, and he can deliver.
He does.
As long as we don't do anything about Scottsboro, we're good.
Yeah. I know Marley Burt went on a little Connor Gerard rant there for a second. I thought she's about to get in trouble.
Yeah, that's what Steve said. Steve said that's some bulletin board material.
Yeah.
And somebody said, well, it's probably not going to matter with because she's probably right
I think it was one of the coaches.
enough. She was so correct. Yeah, that it.
Yeah, I do. The student segment, I don't know, we're going to have to do something for the summer. Lane, you may have to come up here and do a student spotlight for us.
All for it.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be fun.
In 120 days, you'll be making your debut.
Into Pat Trammell.
Oh, that's right. How you feeling?
I'm hopped up for it. I'm
You
ready. Hopefully we can end the baseball season out the right way and then jump in, get about a week's break, and then jump right into it and go from there.
120. What did you say? 120?
120.
Okay. And what is DK8? What do we got?
1.69.
Oh yeah, we already said that. Never mind. I forgot what we talked about.
Ask your question.
Okay.
Yeah, we got all four.
This is a National Movie Theater Day.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Well, you know what we need to do on a National Movie Theater Day?
Go to a movie.
We need to go to the movies.
Go to a movie.
Well, where are we going to go?
We ain't got no place.
We got to go
We'll
to
have to go to
Albertville.
Albertville or Scottsboro, yeah.
Oh, well.
One of these days.
How?
I used to define it.
Right in a kisser.
I used to think it was defined by sushi because we didn't have a sushi place, and then we've got sushi now, so that's good. But now we lost the theater, and does the sign still say we're going to come back?
It does.
Yeah.
I just read it the other day. It's all
about
faded.
to fall in the parking
Hanging
lot.
on by a thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
We're coming back.
We're coming back.
It's like
It
Auburn
has
football.
said that since the 2009, I think, when
probably.
was born.
Do you remember watching a movie in Fort Payne?
Actually,
Lane?
I have. I do remember. I went with my cousin, and my uncle, and that was the one time. And then after COVID, it just decided that
I watched Home Alone in that theater, Rocky IV in that theater.
Yeah.
Steve and I may have watched Rocky 1 in that theater.
Yeah, probably.
All right, we got a question, Steve. What do we got? You get your random question.
A random question?
Yeah, give us a good one. You got a good one? Heck, do
It's
the
a
bad
great
one.
way
It
to
doesn't
end the
matter. We
show.
got 3 minutes left.
Well, we stopped last week and said we'd start on this one. What's your ultimate, if I had a time machine, I'd go back just to
wow.
relive that moment?
For ourselves? Or
Yes.
Okay.
If I had a time machine, I'd go back to relive that moment.
I'd go back to when Auburn was good at football.
It doesn't go back that far.
That's all right.
Your delivery on that line.
When Auburn gets good, I'm going to have mortal heydays.
Hey, I'll give him credit. It's 3 Auburn fans versus 1 Alabama fan.
He's
holding his own for sure. He's holding his own.
That delivery was fantastic.
Yeah, it doesn't go back that far.
So, time machine. Mark, what you got?
Oh, man.
To relive, or can we
I would go
change
back
it?
and kick that field goal at Cherokee County, the 50-yard field goal. And then I wouldn't get burned on the double reverse pass so that Coach Sanford wouldn't chew me out.
Oh, God. I can only imagine a Coach Sanford.
I'd break the
chewing
record,
back-
and the only thing I remember
back
from
in
that
the
night is
day.
Coach Sanford going, "Are you stupid?"
I saw him this morning, and he's a bundle of joy, I tell you what. He's the most positive person I've ever met.
He's still mad about something in 1984.
He's still mumbling something about Bryan Northcote.
That's right.
Getting burned.
Double reverse pass. All right, what do you got, Steve? Be appropriate.
No, when I met Martha, of course.
Oh,
That's when you met
I
Karen.
wish I had thought of
They
that.
helped you on that.
I wish I had thought of that. It's up Steve's head of me now.
All right, you got anything?
Yeah, when I met Karen. Yeah. Just
All right, Holly?
Gosh, I don't know. I have nothing. I don't want to relive anything.
Really? Is it that bad?
Oh, man.
That sounds
Dang,
real.
I'm living in the present.
That's
I don't have to go
right.
back
It would
to the
be
past.
right
If
now
it-
because nothing's better than right
That's
now.
right.
I've got a whole list of things that Steve and I did though, and so a lot of that would be really good.
We'll
to
get more of
relive.
those the
Yeah,
next
that's
time. I'm
right.
sorry,
Yeah.
no,
I don't want that, but that would be good ones to relive. Actually, with times with Steve.
Hey,
yeah.
it is 1:00. Thank you guys for joining us, Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Next week, we don't know who we got, but we're working on it. We're close, I think, aren't we?
Calling Mr. Safe Right.
Okay, we may have Ron Safe right on the show next week. We love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, Jesus, for all you do for us. We'll see you next week on Lunch with Bryan and Steve.